Surface area of triangular prism notes. It's important to remember that surface area is measured in blank units, square units. So whatever the units are going to have that little 2. Okay, so now we have a rectangular prism here, and we have all different kinds of information. And so we're just going to go step by step through this. So the first question asks, what's the name of this 3D shape? No surprise, it's a triangular prism. What is the base shape? Well, there are 2 bases. Basically, anything that's a prism has rectangles going around, and then it's named by its base. So if you have squares at your base, you know, it could be a square prism, octagons at the base, octagonal prism. But these 2 bases are triangles. So I'm going to say triangle. That's what makes it triangular prism. And then how many bases are there? There are 2 bases. Not only are they 2, but they're exactly the same dimensions. So let's try to find the area of the triangles. Well, what information do I have about just the triangle? Well, I have this base is 6, and this height is 8. And I know that's the height because they gave me the little right angle square there that lets me know. So this is the area for a triangle is half of base times height, so I'm going to do half of 6 times 8, which is half of 48, which is 24. So I have this triangle that's 24, and I have this bottom triangle that's 24. So the area of both the triangles is 48 feet squared. That's the square units. Try to find the area of one of the triangles. So, one of the rectangles. So we have 3 rectangles going around because they're touching all sides of the triangle. Let's see. What is the length and width or the base and height of this triangle here? Well, the base of it is 10 and the height is 4. So if we do this one, we'll do 10 times 4, which is 40 feet squared. Area of one of the other rectangles. Well, let's see here. All of these sides are 4. This is 4, this is 4. Back here, this dotted line is 4. So now I can look at this rectangle. I have 8 by 4. This rectangle back here is an 8 by 4. So I can do 8 times 4 is 32 feet squared. And the last rectangle would be on the side here, and it would be 6 by 4. 6 by 4 would be that rectangle, which is 24 feet squared. So now for the area of the rectangular prism, I have to add up all of these areas. I'm going to take the 2 triangles that were each 24, and I'm going to add each rectangle 40, 32, and 24. Add those together and let someone check your work. Pause the video now. In this second example at the bottom, it should look very familiar to the example at the top. It's the same numbers. So basically what they've done is they've taken the rectangular prism at the top and they've made a net. They've laid it flat. So it's a triangular prism. The shape of the bases is easier to see that you have 2 triangles here. And how many bases, it's easy to see on the net that you have 2 bases. So the area of the triangles. Well, this makes it very easy to see. Even though you're given 3 numbers about the triangle, you only need the base and the height. And the height's never going to be on this slanted. This is a hypotenuse. And you use the hypotenuse more later on in math and geometry when you're doing like the Pythagorean theorem. But for right now, area of this triangle is going to be half of base times height, which is half of 6 times 8. 6 times 8, 48, so half of that's 24. So you have this is 24 and you have this is 24. So the area of the triangles, just like the example at the top, together is going to be 48 feet squared. Now this is a little different because it says the area of the big rectangle. So now I'm not getting area of this, area of this, area of this. Now they're saying, well, what if I just treat this as one big rectangle? Well, okay. Well, I have one dimension that's 4. So this is a 4 by, well, how long is this side? How long is this side? Well, this part and this are the same length. Because if I were to fold this up, these would meet up. So if this is 6, this is 6. So this is 6 feet, this is 8 feet, and then this side and the hypotenuse, if I were to fold this up, would match up. So if the hypotenuse is 10, this is going to be 10. So if I want to find the area of the big rectangle, I can do 4 times whatever it is when I add these together. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 10 is 24. So the area of the big triangle would be 4 times 24, which should be 96. Now, for the total area, I'm just going to add the area of the 2 triangles plus the area of the one big rectangle I made in the middle. And I'll get the same 144 feet squared. Down here, you can write whatever formula makes sense to you to find the surface area of a triangular prism. You know, 2 triangles, you know, for each triangle you're going to do half of base times height, but you have 2 of those, so you're going to be adding them together or multiplied times 2. But if I'm taking half of it and I'm multiplying it times 2, really for the 2 triangles it's just base times height. Like on this one, if I did 8 times 6, the formula for area of a triangle says do base times height and divide by 2. 8 times 6 is 48, divided by 2 is 24. But if I have 2 triangles that are 24, when I divide by 2 and then add them together, I'm kind of undoing it. So really both of them together are this 48, this base times height. So it could really be the 2 triangles are just base times height, or find the area of one and then add it to itself. And then you need the area of the 3 rectangles. You need whatever the length and width are that they give you. And they might be different. This was 4 by 6, this is 4 by 8, this is 4 by 10. But you're going to find the area of the 3 rectangles. So now on the back, you try surface area of each of the different shapes. Show your work here. Surface area here. These are not the same numbers, so you are going to have to pay attention to what they're telling you the height of the triangle is and how long each side is. How long is that side in the back? And then the area of this, and have someone check.